Through this poem, Wordsworth shows how nature can influence human emotions and create lasting happiness. This poem mainly reflects an aesthetic function because it focuses on the beauty of language, nature, and emotional experience. Wordsworth used descriptive language and vivid imagery to create a calm and peaceful atmosphere for readers. Through the poem, readers can imagine the beauty of the natural scenery while also understanding the speaker's emotions. The poem describes the speaker's experience when he sees a large of fields of daffodils near a lake. Phrases such as golden daffodils and dancing in the breeze help readers picture the scenery clearly. The descriptions not only show the beauty of nature but also express feelings of joy and peace. In English language teaching, this poem is useful because students can learn descriptive vocabulary, emotional expressions, and literary appreciations. Students are also introduced to figurative language and creative use of English through poetry. The first intrinsic element in this poem is imagery. Wordsworth used descriptive words to create strong visual images for readers. For example, the phrase "a host of golden daffodils" help readers imagine a wide field filled with bright yellow flowers. Another example appears in the line "fluttering and dancing in the breeze," where readers can visualize the flowers moving gently in the wind. The use of imagery makes the natural setting feel alive and beautiful. It also helps readers understand the peaceful and joyful mood experienced by the speaker while observing the daffodils. And the second intrinsic element is rhythm. The poem has a smooth and regular rhythm that creates a relaxing atmosphere. The rhythm pattern and repeated sounds make the poem pleasant to read aloud. The rhythm reflects the calm movement of nature and strengthens the emotional feeling of happiness in the poem. Furthermore, the flowing sounds in the poem resemble the gentle movement of the flowers and waves. And because of this, readers can feel more emotionally connected to the speaker's experience. And the third intrinsic element is figurative language. The poem contains several figures to speech such as simile, personifications, and hyperbole. The line "lonely as a cloud" is an example of simile because the speaker compares himself to a cloud floating alone in the sky. This comparison shows the speaker's loneliness at the beginning of the poem. And another example is personification in the phrase "fluttering and dancing in the breeze." The flowers are described as if they were humans capable of dancing. This personification creates a lively and cheerful atmosphere. In addition, the line 10,000 saw at eye glance is an example of hyperbole because the speaker exaggerates the number of flowers to emphasize the beauty and greatness of the scenery. These figurative expressions make the poem more imaginative, emotional, and interesting for readers. This poem can be applied effectively in English language teaching because it helps students improve several language skills. First, the imagery in the poem helps students develop descriptive vocabulary related to nature and emotions. And students can learn words such as breeze, waves, golden, and stars. They can also practice describing places and feelings in English. Second, the rhythm of the poem helps students improve pronunciations, stress, and reading fluency by reading the poem aloud. Students can practice the natural rhythm and intonation of spoken English. Third, figurative language in the poem helps students understand non-literal meaning in English text. Through simile, personifications, and hyperbole, students learn how writers use language creatively to express ideas and emotions. In addition, this poem can support speaking and discussions activities in the classroom. Students can share their opinion about nature, happiness, and personal memories while practicing communication skills in English. Therefore, I wonder, Lonely as a Cloud is not only meaningful as a literary work, but also valuable as a teaching material in English language teaching. And in conclusion, I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud successfully presents the beauty of nature through imagery, rhythm, and figurative language. The poem also shows how nature can bring peace and happiness to human life. And besides being enjoyable to read, this poem is also effective for helping students learn English through vocabulary, pronunciations, literary appreciations, and critical thinking. So I think that's all from me. Thank you for your nice attentions.